Hello, good to see you again. It's Katie Sariani Bowl, and I'm finally back after 6 months. And I said I'd be a couple of weeks. I know, I'm not doing as many stories. I find, I've said this before. I think I've said all there is to say when it comes to trying to wake people up. But I still like to pop on occasionally when I get a bee in my bonnet. And I've been really enjoying the community page. So if you haven't noticed that, please check it out on my YouTube channel. Leave me a thumbs up, subscribe. I don't anticipate to have some big, huge channel. I'm a small potato. I don't know if that's God's plan to keep me from being locked up in the gulag, or if I just suck, or maybe a bit of both. I'm not big on split screens and one of those microphones that sits like a big dick in front of your face. I just like to keep it simple, but something brings me back. Something compels me to come on and say hello. And boy, I got a big one today to go over. I'm not going to be on here much. I'm going to be running some video and show you some things. So I just want to touch base that I'm going to leave you a link for a petition that's going around Canada. We're hoping to see some records broken. I think the record for a House of Commons petition was around 275,000. Now there's one calling for Trudeau to step down, to resign for a new election. So, I don't know. Do you think those petitions really do anything? It's maybe, maybe not, but it's one way for us to be heard. So go ahead, sign it. I'll leave it in the description. Along with, I'm going to leave the link in the description for the video that I'm about to show you, which is a glimpse into some great heroism going on in the United States, in this little town. What they've done to push out a bunch of corrupt politicians is just going to blow your mind. And the whole video is about 7 minutes, so I put a clip in, and I'm leaving the link for you to watch the whole thing later. And then I'm also going to be putting in a link to a video about Creston BC. These two brave senior citizens, they're just amazing. They are so smart, and they set up shop in a church and invited the mayor and the city council and the RCMP to come. And they put on this big slideshow in their deputation, and it's incredible. And I really think that if more people get on board with this and start doing this to other cities and towns in Canada, we could be really onto something into taking back Canada. Like, it's literally been like pulled from under our nose, and you're going to learn all about that with the term de facto government, de jure government, and what else? Something, when you see what these men are doing in Creston, from some people that I've talked to who are in the know in certain circles, city councils, they say that one of the biggest challenges that we're going to face is those contracts are ironclad. They're very hard to get out of, and it would cost cities and towns a lot of money. Or to remove the people in power who shouldn't be there, that are actually globalists and bad actors. It could cost a town or village several $100,000. And to me, that's, oh well, do it. That's a pretty small price to pay, don't you think? To hang on to Canada, our sovereignty, our freedoms, and to eject this corruption that's right from the top filtered down. And you're going to see that all. Part of it, I didn't want you to be bored. I wanted you to see the whole conversation, because the video that these gentlemen made, don't get me wrong, it's awesome, but it's hard to hear. It's a bit painful because, you know, the guy kind of gets up to the mic and then he pulls away and his words go all quiet, and then he's blah and he's loud, and so he's doing that. So I've attached a copy of the actual conversation, like their speech that they're giving, to the mayor and council and RCMP. And I included a nice little song that I thought went really well with it. Walk by Pantera. Vulgar abuse of power. And that's exactly what we have, is a vulgar abuse of power. That said, just jumping around a little bit, New Zealand right now, there's a whistleblower who has all of the information enough to take down the Ardern government that was complicit in something that went on a few years ago. Basically a mass genocide, and they've been arrested. So their country is captured under World Economic Forum, as is Canada. And whistleblowers need to be unafraid right now. Just come out, everybody come out in such droves that they can't try and muzzle and silence the rest of them, because they're going to make an example of this person in New Zealand. And they've got major evidence. They've got it all on the table that could lock a bunch of politicians up for a really long time. So say a little prayer for them. Okay, so that's about it. I'm going to move into these clips for you. Enjoy. Great to see you again. I also don't feel that I'm doing as many videos, that sometimes I just want to watch. I want to read and watch stuff. And there's some amazing YouTubers and Twitter accounts that I creep. I'm not on Twitter because I'll tell you when I do that story why. And I'm pretending that my YouTube community page is my Twitter. And then I just post things every day. Say how I feel. Shout out. So, we have a lot of hope. I think you're going to feel that after you see these videos. And there's still time. The music's still playing. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. And yeah, we're going to need people to get uncomfortable and get out and start going to their cities and towns and do what these two men have done. And that's it. I'm going to show you now. Okay, see you later.
One race you probably did not see on the front pages of most newspapers, at least, and it's a race that's sending shockwaves from one small town in Michigan all the way to China. Voters in a small Michigan township tossed out their entire town board last night. A locksmith was even brought in to change the locks on the ousted officials' former offices late night. They were voted out because they supported a controversial battery plant linked to the Chinese government.
We're in the town hall. It's very strange because the government is just gone. They all packed up yesterday. This was the supervisor's office. He took his desk, took a bunch of other stuff. It's empty now. The clerk's office down here, Elizabeth, where they do a lot of the town business, is just empty. The new board members are going to move in, get everything going, and they say one of their biggest priorities is stopping that project that's associated with China. There's a new government in Green Charter Township, Michigan, and they didn't waste any time changing the locks at the town hall. Residents ousted their entire town board last night, upset after they approved plans for a massive Chinese-affiliated electric vehicle battery plant.
I think they thought we were a bunch of local rednecks that wouldn't do anything, and we were blessed with a crew that was very intelligent.
But it's been a long journey to this point. When we first arrived in Green Charter Township last year, residents were angry.
My family members fought communism. And you're bringing it right here.
Everybody's entitled to an opinion, and guess what China's is? They don't like us.
The township board was not answering our questions about secret deals with Chinese-affiliated company Goshen.
Mr. Jernstedt, my name is Brian Enton. I'm a reporter with News Nation. Do you have a contract with Goshen involving your land?
No comment.
Did you sell Goshen your land?
I don't know yet.
Despite the backlash from what seemed like almost everyone in the town, the board moved forward with the Chinese-affiliated project. What do you make of the Chinese connection?
Well, it's very disturbing because, for one, from the beginning, there's been a complete denial of the connection.
So why here? Why do you think?
I don't know. Other than somebody
must be benefiting from it.
That was Corey Rebo back in April. She had no experience in politics, but ran for clerk and won last night. What can you do now to stop the Goshen project?
We just plan on making it as difficult as possible for them to continue their process. They don't have a site plan. They don't have permits yet. So we're not their friend.
As far as demographics.
We want to welcome the mayor and the city council. Let's give them a warm welcome. And they will be treated with respect. They are under no obligation to answer questions. They are here to listen and to learn. We have also invited the RCMP to join us this evening or this afternoon, as this affects them as well. We also thank them for traffic control. This meeting will be recorded and delivered to our local representatives. At the end of this presentation, if you choose, we will take a back view visual recording to maintain privacy and allow you to be counted. To show on record by a raising of hands for people in favor of this deputation and those opposed.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for coming. To begin with, we do this without prejudice. I am Neil Farstead, and I'm a man who was raised in and worked and currently retired and living in the Creston Valley area near Creston, British Columbia. Defined as private, corporate, secret, be it the mayor, the councilors, the boards, non-governmental organizations. Public-private partnerships are de facto government. Ask any lawyer. I have. No, the word de jure means rightful, legitimate, constitutional, and legal, elected, and in compliance with every aspect of law. De jure government is always public, sovereign, and autonomous. If we wonder why all our questions have gone on unanswered with regards to the climate action plans, and why our overwhelming public input in opposition to this does not get acknowledged anywhere, is because we have no public office. It's vacant and controlled by the UN Public-Private Partnership. So what we have is a municipal government and not a local government. A forensic audit of the town of Creston and the regional district of the Central Kootenay will certainly reveal how many billions of dollars have been funneled both to and from the UN to ICLEI and the provincial municipalities since 1994.
Now here's the really good part.
Regardless of Canada being a UN member state, no level of government or elected public official has the authority to implement foreign mandates, policies, treaties, or any agreements that violate the Canadian Constitution, the Charter of Rights and Freedom, the Bill of Rights, and or the Coronation Oath. Conspiring with foreign powers to assist in any preparatory act to the takeover of our nation is an act of high treason according to Section 46-1B of the Criminal Code of Canada.